cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexistence.
What's up, good people, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. I am your host, Comedian96, along with Freddie G, K Money, and Slash. Collectively, we are the Minded Men. I want everybody that's on YouTube to go out and subscribe and click the like button. Follow us on X at 52 Scott Podcast and on IG and Facebook at the 52 Scott Podcast. All right, good people, and welcome back to another edition of Think Thursday. Today, we're going to go into surgery and things that could happen. We have a lot of people that willingly, they don't mind just doing a surgery. I don't care what kind of surgery. I mean, you can be alive. I mean, not alive. You have the kind that you don't have to go to sleep. And even the ones you got to go to sleep. And this is the ones I'm mainly talking about, surgery operations, where you've had sleep. Yeah, they put you to sleep. You had mishaps. Things were basically left inside of you. Wow. After the surgery. So, wow. Oh man, some of this stuff could be catastrophic. that happens, and it's amazing what can happen. Now look at this though. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, but my lawsuit can happen too.
But nobody. I look at it. Doctors, out of respect for the first responders, I'm gonna say this: they work long hours. Okay.
I'm coming for your ass if you leave something.
You say nobody's perfect, but doctors get paid too goddamn much
to
make
you got
those type of mistakes.
Look at it like this, man. Look at it from both sides of.
You trying to justify these types?
No,
of
I'm not trying to justify, but you have doctors that probably work double shifts.
But don't work so hard. Don't get it. Don't operate on me.
If you're
tired,
if you're the only specialist, say for a heart,
you don't respect me as the patient.
I get that, but
that's a problem.
So then it's let him get some sleep or let you die. If that's
there's another doctor that can perform the same surgery.
But you're the specialist here in Houston for the heart. You're the only specialist.
Send me where there's another specialist. Don't let sleepy doctor do nothing to me, man.
Freddie G, can you man, thank you. I knew your friend knows. Freddie G know what I'm talking about. Thank you. Please, maybe I'm saying it wrong.
No, I understand what you mean. And both of y'all got points, right? Mm-hmm. Because you're looking at the human element of it all. Mm-hmm. And that people do make mistakes. Now, what I would say is when you're in these surgeries, you have other people in there too. And I can tell you when like, for instance, mm-hmm. right, I witnessed a cesarean, right? Mm-hmm. And when you're having these surgeries, I don't know if this person was a doctor, but there was an individual there actually counting the towels. That person's job, the bloody towels mm-hmm. that they use, and he was dropping them on the floor like this big rubber thing. He was dropping them 1, 2, and they was counting the towels that was used. So my thought to that is to make sure that they don't sew these towels up inside my kid's mother. Right. They actually probably start. This is my assumption. Mm-hmm. They probably start out, okay, well, we got 20 towels. Mm-hmm. And as they use them, once one dude drop it on, once he uses that little towel, drop it on 1, then, they know that all 20 towels are on the floor. For,
yeah.
So I would think that they actually have something in place to make sure stuff is not sold up in people. And I actually know a true story where my neighbor, when I was a kid, I was in middle school, high school. I was in high school. Mm-hmm. A good friend of my grandmother, they sewed scissors up in him.
Ooh. The little sharp, you
The
know,
scissors.
the doctors are
Yeah,
real
yeah.
sharp.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
doctor scissors are sharp at the tip. Ooh,
They actually sold.
them things painful.
They
regular.
actually sold scissors up in him. He got a lawsuit, but it wasn't for no millions. It was, probably a couple 100,000 maybe
Do you
Well,
recall
you-
where it was sold up at?
in his stomach.
In the stomach.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You didn't sold the scalpel, then.
Not the scalpel, not the knife.
Yeah, but the scissors, the sharp
the
ones.
scissors.
But you could make a mistake and sew the scalpel in there too.
Now let me say this.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of scissors, but they got more than one kind of scissors. You
Yeah.
know, they got the scissors with the hook to
Hooks.
it.
Uh-huh.
That's for the sewing the thread.
Right.
I mean the stitches.
Stitches. Right.
And
Got
so
the ones
those
that
are
cut
not
the
as
stitches.
sharp.
Right.
Those
Yes.
are not as sharp as some other kind of scissors that they would use to
If they
cut.
just cutting the
Cut
skin.
skin.
Then you got to think too. They're using laser to make cuts too. So
Regardless,
I don't know what
bro,
scissors.
Scissors
But
are
why would you
scissors,
need
and they
scissors?
should be inside.
They should be inside the
person.
patient.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
what kind
They
of-
belong in there.
But in line with Comedian 96, I can't believe I just said that.
It could have happened a couple of weeks ago. You still
In line with Comedian 96, I can see the human element of it all, where people make mistakes because they're human.
And you, of all people, K Money, you in the military too. You know them long hours. You would fall asleep on watch.
I agree.
But
And
he's
you
not,
supposed to be on watch.
but he's not operating on somebody.
He's supposed to be protecting the U.S.
protecting
It's
the
even
country.
worse.
Okay, but
Well, just-
Come on, man. Y'all snitching 20 years later.
Me too.
man.
I'm guilty. Well,
So
I'm
you
snitching
were
on
sleeping
myself.
too, trying to protect.
Trying to protect, yeah, man. Man, let me tell you, the Navy, literally, they would say, we only have to give you 4 hours of sleep a day, and
Really?
some of the people would exercise that shit.
They was really doing it.
Yeah, man, that
Trust
shit.
the majority of these motherfuckers out here standing watching half-ass doing it.
Yeah, man, it be pain. You don't know, but. Brother G, you had segue into that towel one. I got to go into that. So you actually gave me a good segue. So there was a California man. He had went into the doctor expecting a worst case scenario. That's my last week's show. A worst case scenario of his diagnosis. So months after, this was in April 2014. He was getting surgery for abdominal bladder. Right, he thought he had cancer. Right, he was just experiencing bowel and pains in his bowels, all kinds of stuff. So, despite all the, they didn't know what was going on. They was looking. They just kept looking. And then finally, they just decided to go. They said, despite all the surgical instruments being accounted for, the surgical team forgot to track the towels.
Yep. See?
He forgot to track the towels. So, this led to a misplaced towel ended up in this man's abdomen, where it caused him to have a myriad of health problems.
Yep.
It's a towel.
Yep,
So
they
That
left the
towel
towel.
counter.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
whoever was supposed to be counting them towels, because man, I tell you,
see,
when my kid's mother was having her surgery, I can remember them saying, "Dad, you stay on this side. Don't come down on. You don't want to be on this side because
yeah.
So you couldn't see all what they was doing.
Well, they take some stuff out and sit on the thing. Sit you
Yeah,
off
see,
to the
that's
side.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
Yeah.
pulling stuff
And-
out.
Yeah.
pass the fuck out.
I peeped a little.
Part
Man,
you
this-
want to see it, and part you don't want to see
Man,
it.
this is crazy. It says towels being left in patients.
It's normal.
It's
Yeah.
not unheard of.
Yeah.
They account for 2.1% of items being just towels.
Yeah.
Counts for 2.1%.
It's supposed to be somebody
Yeah.
count. And I thought it was strange when it was happening. Like, man, why they counting out loud? You know, but they was literally
Counting.
as he drop a towel. Somebody one.
Yeah.
Out
two.
loud like that. Where
Yeah,
everybody
yeah. I'm looking. I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
It's necessary.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it was too late to correct the problem. But explain. So they ended up passing. So
it
So
causes
somebody
further
died.
complications later on.
yeah.
See, see, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly why I'm saying you can't be no doctor, no sleepy doctor.
Why you gotta make him sleep?
Because somebody slept on the job. Somebody didn't do their shit.
It was accident.
Somebody one of
was
the
there,
people.
like-
It may not have been the doctor.
I mean, you are held to a higher standard when you have jobs like
Yeah.
that.
That's
Exactly.
all
You
I'm
are held
saying.
to a higher
Yeah,
standard.
yeah.
But the human element of it, think about it too. We talked about aircrafts on one of your episodes.
Yeah,
K-Money.
shit happens.
Yeah.
And you know, you're right. Shit happens.
That's just the craziest of all. But for somebody to die actually is really like, what the fuck, you know? Now, what do we do? The family getting, now I know y'all finna pay the family because we know you left a towel
That's malpractice, huh?
and my family member passed.
But that money don't be, man. You gotta think too. Those hospitals have insurance
Right.
For these type of
for
situations.
that type of stuff like that. Then too, you gotta know what you're signing to before you go into surgery.
Surgery. Yeah.
Man.
You gotta know
'Cause
what
most surgeries, I'm sure one of those signatures is saying that,
gotta
you know, this.
you gotta know what you're signing when you're going in to have surgery.
Ooh, man, yeah.
Yeah, we all guilty of not reading the fine print.
Yeah. Because you just but I'm gonna tell you this. This is a true story for me. You guys and I had eye surgery because I had a lazy eye, but I wanted to have the one where you don't have to wear glasses anymore. What's it called? It's not cataracts. It's called something else.
Don't know.
But it's the eye surgery where you don't have to. I cannot think the name of it. But anyway, you don't have to wear glasses anymore, and they just do that surgery. There's document, and they say it about 4 times on there. You might go blind. You may go blind, or you may not. And they say it 4 times on there and let you know. And that's the only one. Anything that's a vital organ, eyes, heart, I'm going to read. But if it's my elbow, I ain't going to read. I ain't going to lie.
And I just want to say to the listeners, his eye is no longer lazy; it's wide awake.
I was going to ask if it was a signature for if your eye might do its own thing occasionally.
Nah.
Because sometimes it look like you looking at me and Slash at the same time.
Whatever. That's because the microphone right here. I got to look through this thing. I go around like Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah. Damn.
So there's another case, y'all. It's in 2013. It's a woman in England. She went in for the normal hysterectomy, when they, because she was having heavy periods. And after she had her surgery, she just kept having severe pains. Days and days went by, man, and she continued to have pains. So she finally went to the doctor, and she was telling the doctor, hey, this pain is not stopping. So I don't want to say her name. We got it here, but I'm going to say it. She thought it was a catheter or something. So when they actually went back in, they found a surgical glove.
See.
I'm irritated, Slack.
Yeah, because, man, that's all.
No, bro, I
it's
feel
bad.
Slack.
It's all bad, bro. None of that is good. None of that.
He said, Slash, we get mad.
But Freddie G said it earlier. We hold you to higher standards, and now, who do we trust in any situation? I can't trust that you're gonna do the operation right, and you making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year
But again,
doing this.
This goes back. This is one of those signatures that this possibly could happen.
Yeah,
and
see,
you need this surgery, so you taking a chance either way.
Man, but yeah, you're gonna take a chance, but don't leave the glove. Not something that foolish.
This one is going to irritate the hell out of
Now,
you.
here's what I find interesting. Like when you have a hysterectomy, I thought that they take 2 things and like stick it like in your side.
Do they?
And laser to lay. I don't know.
Oh,
This
is
is what I thought.
I don't know how.
That they stick 2 little things around by your ovaries and do the laser.
That would make sense.
To do the hysterectomy. But the way that sounds, it sounds like somebody went up in the vagina and pulled out and it came out with
a glove. Or maybe they had a double glove on and didn't know. Them gloves, them doctor gloves be thin. So it's possible you could have a double.
But I don't know
But
if
you
they
ain't
go,
putting
I
2
don't know.
gloves on one hand, man.
But you could accidentally.
There ain't no accident. Them gloves come out.
He don't give no chance.
Them gloves come out separately, bro. You know you putting on one glove. You
And
gotta
if the motherfucker
stretch it.
did put 2 of them on, and when he took them off, he knew one was left and just didn't say
And
shit.
then-
No,
Say
he
that.
probably thought. Okay, think about it. He probably had 2 gloves right, on accident. You know, say you go in the
put two
box
of 'em on
accident,
Nah.
and they were stuck together.
Nah.
One glove stayed in, but the other glove stayed on his hand, and he didn't know he had two hands. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm trying to help him. I'm trying to
You
see
just
that
said
side
that
of
the
me.
gloves are thin, so
I was trying to help.
So
I'm trying to help the
the
surgeon.
glove was left inside the woman.
Yes.
And did they have to how did they get the glove out? Do we mention how they got the glove out?
if they got it out.
They ain't say how they got it. I don't know how they got it. I mean,
So did it move from where it was originally?
but I want to. We talk about a glove. I want to say God rest his soul so bad.
Is that how
Let's
you doing
ask OJ.
hysterectomies
I don't know.
now?
I don't know. God
Let's
rest-
ask who?
Let's ask OJ. I don't know. God rest. R.I.P. OJ.
Hey, that was funny.
I don't know what they did with the glove.
That was funny.
No, so let's go on to another guy.
If it don't fit, you wasn't quit.
Look at that. Look. Slash would stop laughing on this one. They died.
They did.
Yeah, they.
The glove died?
No, not the glove.
Oh.
This next one. Yeah, he grinning. That's why I say you see Slash over here skinny and grinning. He been mad this whole time. You can really get mad. All right. So this guy came out of a 9-hour heart surgery. And this time the surgeon realized a needle was missing. Oh. I'm gonna stop. Go ahead, Slash. Get it.
The man left the needle in the man's
He
body,
realized
man.
it was missing. He said it was missing.
You see what I'm saying? What the fuck?
Now here's the thing.
I knew it.
If a needle was missing, that means you're using that needle to put stitches.
Right.
And so if you're having a heart surgery, I would think that the needle, you're stitching whatever's inside, but when you get to the chest part, I would think that those are staples.
Yeah, but maybe
So-
that one needle is just holding, because I think you use one needle to hold and the other needle is actually threading. So he probably forgot, sat it down because he was through threading and forgot that he sat it in. I could see that happen.
But you didn't look.
Nah, he was so happy the surgeon. Oh, his arms was hurting.
Yeah,
You
but
ever
no,
sewed
I'm
for a
saying-
long period
I'm
of time?
saying,
Your arms
but-
be hurting.
You didn't look before. If you sewed it up in them, it was in them while you were sewing it. You didn't look before you start sewing to see if some shit in somebody that you left.
It probably.
What are you doing on your job?
It probably was camouflage with
When-
the blood,
when-
or the blood was probably hiding it.
Comedian 96, does it say when this occurred?
This happened in 2017, May 2017.
Okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm sitting there thinking, Freddie G mentioned laser surgery earlier, and I think, that's the reason why I think, well, not really, right. One, laser is a lot less rehabilitation, or quicker rehabilitation, but I was thinking that laser, the less tools you use if you're using laser surgery, but this is still kind of recent, so
Yeah, that was
thought
very-
goes out the door.
So, yeah, confirming through the x-ray, man, that the needle was, in fact, inside of the guy.
And he died.
A second operation was conducted. But nevertheless, it remained inside Mr. Johnson. So Mr.
So they
Johnson,
couldn't get the
I
needle
said his
out.
name anyway. Mr. Johnson unfortunately passed away a month later due to complications caused by the needle's presence in his body.
Wow.
Yeah.
See,
Johnson.
that's some bullshit.
Watch. No, you're gonna be even madder when I say this.
That's
next
some
part.
bullshit.
This bullshit you gonna really hate. Remember, when he was alive, they didn't remove the needle.
They couldn't.
The needle was found and removed during the autopsy.
Oh.
I'm sorry. That's not funny. I'm sorry. That is not funny. But you should have saw Slash. The way
Man,
he is upset.
That's so disrespectful, man, to this man's life, man.
The needle found and removed during the autopsy.
Yeah. You saw it in the x-ray, but you couldn't where it was. The placement of it, you couldn't get it back.
So you say that was the second surgery. So the second surgery was to try to remove the
Yeah,
needle? So
and
they
they
did
couldn't
it. So,
get it.
so
They
it was
couldn't get to
unsuccessful.
It was
Yeah.
unsuccessful. And he died a month later.
That shit crazy, man.
Woo-wee, man. I got to go in for a routine root canal.
They not gonna leave no needle though, bro.
Man, I don't know, because these last couple
This
times
is
I...
animal teeth. Shit. They're gonna need a drill for them motherfuckers.
Damn.
All right. This is my last one. All right. Because I'm tired of sitting Slash about to jump over
Man,
the
I
table.
just don't like the fact that these are doctors, man, and people that that are, hold them accountable for this shit.
Ooh, I don't even know if I want to read this sentence. A woman in Japan is experiencing strange abdominal bloating for 3 years. Damn. 3 years. This is in 2007.
Have any of you ever had a surgery?
Oh, my gosh.
Overnight surgery?
No.
I've had one.
Yeah. They say roughly about 70% of items found in patients are sponges.
Well, no, you said somebody, the woman.
Yeah, the 3 years. So after she went to the doctor, I was going to go back to it. The culprit test results revealed that she not only had one, but 2 sponges in her abdomen. Yeah.
Yeah, they use sponges a lot.
Soak up the
The blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do use sponges.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You're supposed to be paying attention to what you're doing when you're doing something as major as surgery. That's a serious thing.
It is. It is. And those little...
You know what I think too? Like for us, we know it's and to them too, giving the doctors the benefit of the doubt. We know that it's serious. You're held to a higher standard, but I think a job like that would be just like any other job. Once you've been doing it for so long, it becomes routine to you, and you just be going, just routine to you.
Right.
So you could almost do it in your sleep. Now,
Especially if it's a team that's been working together.
yeah, and you can almost do it in your sleep.
Yeah,
And so it's like, now we're looking at it like, man, it's hard being a heart surgeon or a doctor.
Right.
Because we don't do that. But I'm sure in each one of our jobs, you can kind of do that stuff in your sleep. And so I think that people get comfortable. They get comfortable.
I don't want comfy doc either.
I agree with that, but I feel, just like you said, it's like we working any other job. If you feel like you're not able to perform at your highest doing this job, this crucial type of job, then step down and let somebody else step up to do it.
I feel that. Let me ask you a question. Let's say,
before you say what you're about to say, we all work a lot of times when we sick, and we shouldn't be, working, but we still do it.
Right.
Those are the type of situations I'm speaking on.
I feel it. So let me ask. You had an individual that's working something for you. Your taxes. You're getting your taxes done, right? And the person that do your taxes is good at what they do, right? But this time, in your Social Security number, you have an 8, but they ended up putting a 3, a typo. And they going on about their business. And now they tell you that, hey, man, your taxes, you're going to end up getting, this before you sign the paper, you're going to end up getting $8,000, $9,000.
Right.
But you don't know, and they don't know, that they put a 3 instead of an 8 for your Social Security number. Now, not only that, they also put a 2 instead of a 3 for your the year you were born. You've been going to them for years. They've been doing this for years. They're good at what they do. Got your $8,000 back. Now you sign and they fit a file. And boom, your taxes are gone. You can't wait to get that $8,000. Boy, you waiting. You waiting. And now all of a sudden you get something from the IRS saying something don't match. Your date of birth don't match your social. Your social don't come back to your name and all of this. And now what you should have gotten within a few weeks, then turned into a whole mess.
Audit.
Which started an audit and trickled down the line. And now you don't know when you getting that money. Should that tax person be held to a high standard?
Because it happened.
And do you look at that as, this is important, you messed up my money?
Yeah, you need to be held accountable. for this shit.
But can you see the human element in it?
Yeah, that happens
Typo.
on a regular basis.
That's a typo.
Yearly.
People try to type fast, but a surgery, you sat that in there and left it and just close this up.
We got to go another way with Slash.
In
Let's
your
make him
example, Freddie G, I mean, if it happens once, I'm okay with that. But if it happened consistently with this guy, even though, like you said, we've been going to him for a long time, but these errors are starting to occur now, and they're happening consistently, then yeah.
But no, let's just say it's a one-time thing.
A one-time thing, yeah. I'm not tripping. The one-time thing.
Now with the doctor,
that's different.
it's
'cause it's life.
one-time.
That's life. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's-
You
yeah.
stitched up a needle.
As long as he's not a repeat offender, right? If he had 1,000 surgeries and he did it one time, would you be upset with him? That's what I'm saying.
Period.
okay, let's take it to another level, right? Let's say the police stop you and they arrest you, and they arrest you because you look like a murder suspect,
Yeah.
and you got to prove your whereabouts to get off of this stuff, right? Where were you when this happened? So you pay an attorney X amount of dollars, and so this attorney goes in and look at everything, be like, look, man, I can't. It's hard to get you out of this, man. Mm-hmm. They come in with such, and if you go to trial, they're gonna give you this, and you be like, man, but I didn't do that, man. But look, I know, blah 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 blah. Right? The attorney finally convinces you that it'll be wise for you to sign for 12 months, because if you go to trial, you're gonna get 30 years.
Yeah.
But that attorney convinces you to sign for 12 months. Now you sign for that 12 months. You get out in 6 months, and you getting your life back. But you decide, you know what? I want to go and pull up my file. I want because the attorneys can give you all your records.
Right.
You know, hey, I want to get my records from the attorney. I want to see the discovery. I want to see all of this stuff that they had. So you look at the discovery and you see you're not even an attorney, but you can see how, man, my attorney could have won this. All he had to do was, they didn't have nothing. Nothing. But you're not an attorney, but you can see with your own eye.
They didn't have nothing.
That they ain't have nothing. But your attorney came in and said, man, he didn't lie.
Yeah.
They trying to give you 30 years, man, but the best I can get you is 12 months, man. If I were you, I would take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you hold that attorney accountable for you signing for 12 years? 12 months.
Nope.
He told you the truth. He told you that they trying to give you 30, but I can probably get you 12 months.
You say no, Slash?
I don't hold him accountable.
Why not? Shit. I mean, because the only reason you signed was at his...
Because of what he said.
Right.
Okay, yeah, now, maybe. But, I mean, as far as... I don't see where he wrong.
What you don't see where the attorney
I don't see where the attorney wrong.
Okay.
he
Why the attorney is not wrong?
Because all you got was 12 months. a
But
year.
that's 12 months out of his life.
But you was going to get some time regardless.
Well, no. If you took it to trial and you argued, there's a good chance he
You
could have
got
walked.
0. Yeah. That's what he's talking about.
Oh.
And after you done pulled the file and you
'Cause he
see
had
what
nothing
the
on him when he
attorney
pulled
was-
up.
So was he a court-appointed attorney?
No, he paid for him.
He
Well, you
paid
gotta
his
blame-
own
Yeah,
attorney to not get him no time off.
He tried.
He paid for
Yeah,
some bullshit as attorney.
tried.
Basically,
he
got
gave you
got.
your options. He gave you your options. Look, we can go to trial. If not, if they find you guilty, you're going to get 30 years.
Yeah.
Or you can take this 12, man. But he prepared every FYI.
He told him
Yeah, every
all
attorney.
his options.
Yeah, he letting you know the options.
That ain't his fault then.
It's not his fault.
No.
Why isn't it his fault?
Because he gave you your options.
Now, with that being said, with that doctor, you know they give you stuff to sign for surgery.
Right. That's what he was saying earlier.
Yeah, so when you sign,
Yeah.
I got one for you.
But hey,
You put stuff together all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You put the cabinets and wood and stuff like that. It has screws and bolts and nut and everything. How many times?
have I not used the screws?
Had not used the screws and or left the damn thing on the
Some
floor
screws
and
you
find
don't
it.
need.
Exactly. The
But
same
you
thing with the
don't leave
doctor.
it
It's
at
a
the
lot of stuff
patient.
the patient, the doctor don't need.
When I
And
don't
forget about it.
So look, when I don't need the screw, or the whatever, I can pick it up and put it somewhere.
Correct. But how many times, and be honest
I'm
with yourself.
not leaving it.
Listen, how many times have you,
I'm not
a
leaving
couple days later, feel like, God damn, that's that bolt from that damn. How many times you done
I
that?
don't leave it. I just don't do that.
You've
I'm
never
just
done-
saying,
you've never
hey,
seen a
man,
piece.
When you take
You
priority,
know that?
Nah, he's saying he don't leave shit.
you take priority in what you do.
Yeah.
You'll watch your every move that you make.
Okay.
If when you take priority in what you do, you pay attention to what you're doing.
So let's say you don't get no extras, right? And it come with 10 screws. You use 9 and it's sturdy and it's working. And then you realize, damn, that's the damn other screw right there. But you look at it, oh, it's working,
Job
so
is
I
done.
don't need the
Yeah.
screw.
Job is done.
Yeah,
But it's still missing.
but look,
No, you ain't-
sometimes they give you more screws than what you need.
That's why I just said it's exactly the amount of screws. They didn't give you no extra.
Sometimes they give you
just
extra
ain't gonna
because
do it.
they know you're gonna
But if
not
the job,
use
I
it.
mean, but if in his defense, if it's working, shit,
Well, it was the needle was left and the body was working. When he left, he just felt complications
It was
later.
working.
But you had a chance to look in there before you sewed it.
still didn't get
You
it.
had to look down in there to sew it. You sewing up what you cut. It was right there.
Okay, you win.
done sold it.
You win. We give up.
What are you not paying
Freddie G, we
attention?
give up. I'm disappointed.
I
in you
strapped- no,
can't
I'm,
much.
I
You used to
am
be on my-
50-50. I'm 50-50
Oh, you
with Slash.
50-50.
Yeah,
Used to
I
be
feel
on-
what he's saying, but at the same time,
I just felt that and it could be human element that make I understand that, but still, man, this type of job. So take your car to a mechanic and he put water in your oil
Oh, you got me. You got it.
instead of oil.
You got
But
me.
he
You
put
got
water instead and was like, "Oops."
You right.
Nah, come on, dude. You've been doing this too long, man.
Damn.
You
That's
done
a good
fucked up my
example.
car.
Can't even say nothing, Freddie G, on
So,
that one.
I'm
good
saying,
example.
With that, I'm closing my show.
man. you gotta pay attention. Don't leave no parts in nobody's body, man. This is the. Come on, man. My body. You leaving a needle in my body? A sponge too? You couldn't count. Where was the counter at the end? They count the tiles. There's got to be a sponge counting,
Hey, before you close,
Yeah.
just one other thing. Now, that was a good example, the oil and the water.
Yeah, it was.
That was a really good example.
Yeah, 'cause-
Good one.
But let me ask you this. What if you had old oil, when they be changing, they take the old oil, and then you got this new oil. And if you're really not paying attention, you could actually end up putting the old oil back in somebody else's car. Because they only be in them little jugs.
Drugs, yeah.
And so what if you put old oil that came from one car into somebody else's car because they were sitting by each other?
Yeah.
Now, that's an honest mistake.
But it's technically oil change. You got oil there.
It's all change.
So you can't sue us.
But the thing is you the person that's responsible.
that old oil is in an oil pan. The new oil is not coming from
Nah,
the
they
oil.
come from
They
the big,
get that
it's
out
a
of the
big
big container.
It's a big tub.
It's a big tub, and they put it in the
old
thing,
and
and
the new
that
oil.
oil pan is going down in
Yeah.
another jug.
Yeah.
Jug, yeah, same kind of tub, so they can dispose of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little gallon drum, the
But the new oil that's in a big jug, they put another little
little
jug,
jug.
a little jug to get it.
Yeah. Oh man, that was fun. And before Slash
Man,
go off
don't-
on another doctor,
Leave nothing in nobody.
you doctors and surgeons, we thank you, we love you. Just be safe. Peace.
This concludes our show for today, and if you haven't done so already, follow us on X at 52 Scott Podcast, also IG and Facebook at the 52 Scott Podcast. Also, like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for Black Friday.